Right, hopefully my stream should be starting. Right, I think it's going there. So this is chess.com Arena Kings, Season 5, Week 9. And this week is Chess960 week. I'm just getting my link, posting it into the chat box just to confirm that I'm streaming. So that's the admin done. We've got 5 minutes to go to the start, so anybody watching this back on highlights, you may want to just fast forward the first 5 minutes. Oh wow, Hikaru has just joined, so look at that, he is what, 400 points above everybody else. But it should be noted to anybody who may not be aware, a lot of players haven't actually played that many Chess960 games. I have actually played quite a few, but a lot of players will be substantially underrated. So you look at the rating here, it's the Chess960 rating, but you might find that their blitz or bullet rating is like 200, 300, 400, 500 points higher than what the rating that you see on the screen. So it could be one of these nights tonight. You know, you could have a pretty good night, you could do very well. You could think you're doing very well, but you're actually being outrated every game. You could get smashed every game. So just pop look as to who you play. So what have we got? 72 players so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 GMs already in. A lot of other title players in as well. So there's me. That 2050 is my Chess960 rating, but it's actually virtually the same as my current blitz rating as well, 2040 something or other. So my rating is very consistent because I've actually played a lot of Chess960 games. A lot of players are way underrated. Right, what have we got? 3 minutes to go to the start. Right, 78 players. Hopefully that number will go up as the event goes on. 2 minutes to go to the start. This is the current field. But as I said a little while ago, a lot of these players I expect will be comfortably stronger than what their ratings actually suggest. So you might think you're playing somebody, for instance, is 1500, 1600, but you could be actually playing somebody who's easily 2000 plus in terms of their blitz ability. Right, that's the 1 minute warning. So 1 minute to go. Oh, Indian lad has just popped in. He won Monday's event with 106 points, a pretty amazing score. That was Chess960 as well on Monday. Indian lad was the winner then. Right, we're getting ready to go. Right, so white first, king side is on the right. I'm not sure actually how long we get to make a first move here. Let's go e4. The king side is on the right, but the king is here. In fact, I'm playing Unico, International Master first game. Played him before, I think, from memory. Again, at 2000, he is way, way, way underrated. Right, I need to get the knights developed. I think I'll go a bit cautious there, but my queen is really bogged in here. So I think I'm going to play a knight up, and then hopefully across. Then try and find a square for this knight. Not sure where yet. Right, knight over, so we have the option of going forward, hit the queen. He cuts that out. I think I'm going to play queen across, look to hit the bishop. He comes forward, so I'll hit the bishop. I think I'll just drop the knight back. Now I'd like the other knight up. Okay, I'll hit the knight. Knight up. Now if I move the queen I can castle. Don't love the square it's going to, but I'm going to just line up castling, I think. Okay, so I might have to give up a pawn here. I think I'm going to have to take that. I might be making a mistake here. It's so easy to go wrong with these games. Pre-move in case he takes the knight, otherwise I'm going to try and castle kingside. Right, he grabs the pawn. Now if I castle he's got rook takes pawn, which is obviously a problem. Have I got queen up there? Is that playable? He's got knight takes with a check though. I'm going to castle and just give him the pawn and bail out of that. Alright, so I'll hit the rook. I'm going to try and go forward. Maybe even rook across might be playable here. Alright, he comes over, so pawn forward is playable, why not? Okay, knight up, so again I've got knight up as well. If I can just dislodge that pawn, I'm not actually quite sure how, so I'll look to trade a set of rooks. Oh, he's taken with the pawn. Wow, I didn't expect that. Pawn up doesn't work. Okay, he's going to get knight down. Right, he goes the other way. I'm going to take a big risk here. Big risk and push. Right, so he does come forward. So I think I've got to drop back one. I think it's an only move. Oh, has he got my queen trapped? He might have. I'll take the pawn. So I can throw the rook to save the queen, but really it's game over, isn't it? Yeah, it's game over given that one. Well played, very nice trap, well done. But he is comfortably underrated there. He is not a 2000 level player. Right, now someone at 2400 ratings are very strong. Kingside is on the left as we look. I must keep an eye on the start there. I forget you've got only a few seconds to make your first move. I'm not actually sure how long that is. I'll have to check that. Actually, I think I'll play pawn up there. It looks odd, but stop his knight jumping forward. I'll take there. Again, hit the knight, stop the knight jumping over. Ooh. Okay. I think bishop up. What? I've got to be aware of this move, because he might target this, but otherwise that's a piece. But that is covered, isn't it? I think I can play pawn up there. Am I missing something? So now bishop up. I don't have a queen check, do I? Oh. I'll just take and take, I think. So king up to break the pin. Rook across. So king up and up can be played. Wow, that's an excellent win. That is an excellent win. Excellent. That's, I mean, it's so easy to go wrong in these games, it really is. Right, so the king is right in the middle, king's side is on the left as we look. So I have to move these three pieces to castle. I think I can potentially fianchetto there. Again, I missed that, how long you've got to actually make your first move. I just missed what that was. Just get the bishop up. Okay, pawn up. Okay, so his knights can come forward. Right, he's looking for e4. I think I'll put the knight this way. Right, bishop up. So now I can castle king side. I've got to move the queen to go the other side. I think I'll drop back there. I don't really want to give up the bishop there. Okay, let's just castle. If he takes, he takes. Okay, so I'll block that and hit the bishop. Got to be careful, I've got a bit of a dodgy position here. Wow, I cannot really do much about this. I've really blundered it badly. If he gets e4, c4, and I'm just going to have to play up and hope I can get my queen up. If he gets this pawn with a queen, king over, knight checks, it could be a nightmare. I think I'll play a queen up. Okay, so I think knight back, protect this pawn. Not the best position I've gotten into this game though. Okay, so I'll offer a queen trade. Oh, comes forward. Okay. So I think that's a forced move back. Ooh, I don't think I can take. If I take, queen takes, king over, knight check. Wow, I've really blundered this, so I have to give him this exchange. Well done. He's played that very well. So is e5 playable? I clearly can't afford to trade off. Oh, and I'm 40 seconds down, but this game is really lost, isn't it? This game is lost, so I might be better just moving on, but I'll play on a few moves. I'm going to get rook across to kick the queen if I can. Oops, mouse control not very good. And if I can, I want to get pawn forward, because I've got really nothing to lose now. Mind you, if I open that up, he gets bishop on the diagonal. No, but if the position's lost, you've not really got out to lose. Let's go for it. If he takes, I take. Okay, so knight over. Ugly move, because there's always this threat at some point. But I've got to try something. H6, I suppose, gives the king a square, doesn't it? I should play H6, so he has come forward. I think I'm going to have to take there. But this is not what I was aiming for at all. Okay, I'll trade. No, this is a disaster, isn't it? This is just a disaster. I think I might just give him that, actually. Depending on what his next move is, I might just resign this. Actually, he's going for the mate. You just give him that. It's an arena. When you're lost, get on with the next game. Right, king's side is on the left as we look, but the king is all the way over here. So the two bishops and a knight have to move before we can castle. Okay, that's a bold starting move. You get 30 seconds to make your first move, I think that's it. Okay, just pawn up. So bishop up so I can castle. I might play knight up and castle queen side, I'm not sure yet, but... Ooh, that's a bold attacking move. So really I've got to take there. I'll take there as well. So this has not turned out well. Wow. So I'll give him that pawn. Throw knight back in maybe. Just king takes if he takes, of course. Now he's just trying to work out a basic plan of action there. So I've got knight forward or back. Actually, I think I'll put it forward because I cover the knight as well as hitting the bishop. So if he takes, I can take back with the knight. Okay, he comes forward. So taking doesn't look a good option. Gain a bishop, lose a bishop. I think that looks okay, then king up. Ooh, can't block it, can I? So he gets the pawn. So I have to block with a knight. Don't think he'll take there. Right, so he's got a pawn hanging, potentially. Castles. Okay, could be a poison pawn this, but I'm going to grab it while I can. This is a terrible position. Right, so he hits the rook. So obviously I need queen across somewhere. That's what I'm going to try and do next, probably there. Not sure yet, depending on what he plays. He plays rook over, so we can go up and hit the knight. I think it's got to be here, otherwise I drop this pawn. Oh wait, it's the rook, okay. Can I play this? I'm not sure. So I'm hitting a pawn now. He grabs a pawn. Now I'm threatening checkmate. His king can't go this side. Free move in case he takes. He plays up. So check, king up, rook check, takes. Does that win? It either wins or it loses. Oh, he covered it. He covered it. Oh, I didn't see that he covered it. Well done. Okay, this is going to be another awkward position. I'm going to play knight up because I'm going to leave that pawn where it is. Now this could be awkward because the knights can come forward. Very awkward when the king and rook are together like this. I think I'll just play pawn up. Bishop up, bishop up. Okay, I think I need to challenge that. I think just up. I think. Rook across and then castle queen side. I just get castled and then king across. Right, he comes forward, so pawn up isn't really on. Let's just play king across. I'm really bogged down, really bogged down. How do I challenge this? No, let's hit the knight. Let's hit the knight. Right, so now I need to get this knight to the other side of the board somehow. Maybe f4 is playable here. I don't really want to open that diagonal up though, that's a problem. So I think bishop up first. Now f4 is playable. If he takes, I can take, I think. Okay. f4, is it playable? f4 takes, rook takes, bishop takes. I don't think it is. I think rook across, bishop down. Oh, now f4 is definitely playable. Is it? Actually, no. No. Bishop down still. Trying to release the knight. Okay, just wanted a pawn. I don't care about that. Let's try and maybe open up in the middle. So f4 now. Let's play g3 then, maybe f4. Ooh, I thought I might have given him a trap there on the rook. Rook's a bit stuck, isn't it? Okay. Hit the knight, go forward. Let's open it up. Let's try and open the position up. So he does come over, so knight over. If he takes, I'll take with a bishop. Actually, I could take with a pawn if he takes. He comes forward. So let's match that. Now, can I push forward there? If he takes, I take with a knight, hitting two pieces, so he just eliminates. Is this still playable? Not sure. Right, he goes back, so definitely not now, so I think bishop up and look to get up and drop the queen back. So look to play bishop up, hit the knight. Okay. I think I'm going to try and challenge his pawn structure, maybe b3. Oh, that's a bold move. Very bold. I think I'll take. No, I think my gut feeling is to trade there. I'm not sure why. My gut feeling is to trade. But I am losing though. I'm a pawn down. Okay, I think I've got to trade there and go up. Now, can we get forward? If he gives me a chance I'm playing it, he blocks it. So I'll reroute the bishop. Okay, probably safer to take there. He's played a really good game, he really has. He's played terrifically well. I suspect he's a stronger player than his 1700 rating. Again, I can go forward. Let's try and give him something to think about. Wow, how terrifically has he done this? Really well. Wow, I somehow won it on time, but I didn't deserve it. Got there though. Right, so the king is here. So awkward position. I'll go e4 and f3 I think to try and release the bishop and just castle. Bishop can block any checks that come against the king. So just bishop up somewhere and castle. Yeah, I don't think there's any point throwing in a check. I could have checked him there, but I don't think there's any point. I suspect we'll both just castle in the same way. Now I'm going to try and launch a centre attack. Ooh, he's tried to castle and he's just put the mouse on the wrong square. I think that's what that is. I think he's a bit unlucky there, but it's very easy to do. Very, very easy to do. Okay, might as well take his bishop. I think I'm actually going to bring a knight over into the middle. Put the other knight in the middle. Okay, he wants to break this up and hit the pawn at some point. So I'm going to put the bishop on the diagonal. Okay, that might tempt him forward, so I'll just drop back if he comes forward. Advances again, I'll just counter. Is it good, is it bad? I don't know. But I get the feeling it's time to try and open something up. Could be a mistake. Let's find out. Ooh, I can't actually protect the pawn, can I? It is a mistake. Maybe queen over is the only move I've got. Wow. Maybe got knight across though. Now, bishop up, where? Maybe there. Is f4 playable? I don't think it is. Okay, so clearly I've got to take there. Oh, he goes with a bishop. The bishop and the pawn. Up takes. I think f4 is pretty forced here. Yeah, if he takes, I'll go with the rook. Obviously if he takes, I now go with the knight. I don't think he will, but pre-move in case he does. Okay, so he hits my knight. It's a good move. Mad, is it? No. I can take, he can't take the rook because I've got a check. So he can't take the rook that move, so he's got to watch that pawn, so he might have to take this way. So I've got a queen check in the corner. I think that could be an awkward move to defend. And okay, so now I've got a knight check playable, and he has to come forward, and then rook check. He might have to take that, he doesn't. So have I just got... No, if I check with a queen, he can take the knight. If I take, he takes... Wow, he's so lucky I don't have a knight check. If I check, he takes and he escapes. I can't actually work this out quick enough, I don't think. I can't work out the attack, it might have to be a repetition. I might have had a win there, I'm not sure, I'll have to look at that with the analyzer over the weekend. Well played though, good game. Right, the king's right bang in the middle here. King's side is on the left as we look, so the two bishops have to move to allow us to castle. I'll go forward. Oh, the pawn's hanging, isn't it? You can just grab a pawn there, wow. He had queen takes pawn. So let's play knight up. Okay, knight up. Wow, very bold. Knight pawn up. This could be rather awkward. I've maybe got knight forward, threatening a check, stopping him from castling. Might be a bit too early a move to go forward, but let's just see. Okay, so I can throw in a check and come back, so it means he can't castle. I might pay for that, of course, it could be a mistake. But I need pawn up and the two bishops moving so I can castle this side, but then the queen's boxed in. Might be worth castling queen side. So let's play pawn up, release a bishop. If he takes, I'll take with a knight, so I'll pre-move that just in case. I don't think he will, but you never know. Oh, he hits the knight, okay. I think I'll drop back in the middle, so I'm threatening bishop takes, it's playable. And I'm going to do that, get rid of the bishop. Right, now I'll take the pawn. So I think bishop up so I can castle. Might be safer queen side, I can just imagine these pawns storming forward. Okay, so he hits the queen, so I'll go again. I've managed to get a bit bogged down, haven't I? A little bit bogged down. A big bit bogged down. So if I castle now, probably in a lot of trouble, but hard to see what else I can do. Let's try and reroute the knight and hit the bishop. Now what's he played? He's brought the queen up. Okay, I'll just put the knight forward, hit the bishop, he goes back. So we can take, get rid of his bishop, brings his pawns forward. Actually, I don't see why not. I think I can castle queenside a little bit safer now. Hits the bishop again, I don't think I particularly mind that. Knight forward isn't playable. Sacrifice would be nice, but let's just move the king across. Ooh, so he's looking at coming in here. Okay, what have I done? Let's try and open this up. Ooh, I might have walked into this. I have. Wow. And I can take a pawn. Okay. So I've got a knight check, I think. Oh, if I take there, it's just check and mate, isn't it? Wow. That's a dreadful game. Terrible. Well played. Very nicely finished. Right, a FIDE master. Again, there's no way he's going to be a 1900 level player. Right, king is actually here. We just need to move the knight and we can castle, so let's do that. So castling is possible. Now we need to release the king. Whoa, now that's very, very bold. Okay, we'll hold off from castling for now. I might even just drop the knight back. Just drop the knight back. Actually, I think I'd better stop that pawn advance there, play bishop up. So this has got the makings of a bit of a wild game, so we're hitting the knight there. If the knight comes forward, what do I do about it? I'm not sure at this stage. It does. It's a pawn up. I think it's playable. If he takes, I think I can just take. Might be wrong. We'll find out. Okay, let's gain some centre ground. Does restrict my bishop initially, but okay. Let's hit the knight. I think I'll just take that. Right, now I'm going to play knight up so I can bring it across. Okay, covers that. So knight up. I might castle queenside. I think it's still possible. I don't think I've moved the rook. So I grab a pawn. This is tough. This is tough. That can't be right, can it? I think queen across and try and bring the queen up. Right, I'm going to try and bail out and go the other side. Knight check is covered, knight check is covered. Well, not really covered, is it? Let's just sidestep. I could have played queen takes rook and gone two pieces for the queen, but knight goes back. Let's grab the pawn. Got to start getting aggressive now, so maybe knight over, takes, takes. I don't think there's any tricks for me there. Okay, he's got a bishop check. This could be a terrible move, but I'm going to play it. It could be walking into a checkmate. Like if his bishop checks, I think I have to block with a rook. Can't move that way. Oh, he doesn't see it, maybe. Yeah, he's still won, hasn't he? Still not much I can do about this. Played that poorly, he's seen it that time, so got to block. Alright, he just takes his time, so I'll break the pin. But this is really gone now. This is really gone. I can actually maybe take with the knight now if he takes and trade off. Ah, he goes for the bishop. So I'm guessing he's looking at just simply doubling up. He does. So is rook down playable? No, that's just lost in it. Well played. Well done. Very tough tournament. Ah, Blitzstream. Again, Blitzstream is much stronger than what his rating suggests there, which is not exactly a bad rating, is it? So I think I'll play knight forward and then hopefully castle. But Blitzstream is another one. I think he's like about 2700 or something. Okay, so he's attacking the pawn. I want to castle as soon as I can. I'll get that done. Okay, let's just trade. Can I go forward there? Takes, takes, takes. He's got this pawn. Let's release the bishop and protect the pawn. Wow, so straight to the point, that's fair to say. I can grab a pawn, lose a pawn. Clearly it doesn't look too appetizing. Okay, let's go forward. I'm going to try and get the knight out if I can. Maybe even pawn forward is playable. Takes, takes, try and hit the bishop, kick it away. Castles, so pawn forward. If he takes, I take. Right, he goes back. So take is playable. It's a really ugly move though, isn't it? But I think I'll take. Takes. Might as well grab the pawn. There's always the potential of a diagonal check, which is what he's played for. So he's got a bishop check there if I didn't move. I think I can drop the queen back here. Or has he got rook across? He has got rook across. I think I can... Oh, I can't. Can I swing over? Wow, very confusing, very confusing. So he comes forward. So queen across. Wow, so he comes forward again. I think I can drop back. Okay, so now I'm threatening the pawn. He comes forward, queen up. Yeah, let's go for it. With pawn forward I can just take the knight. Okay, forward. I think I can drop back. I might be missing something, of course. It's a very confusing position. So I'm hitting his bishop. Right, I'm not now. I can sidestep. Looks forced, but then he's got bishop down. So let's go right across. I've got one piece in play, that's it, one piece, wow. How on earth do I get the rest of my pieces active? Okay, so now we can potentially drop right back. Hit the rook. But even then he gets bishop down, wow. I need this knight up. Yeah, let's drop right back, hit the rook. Bishop down, I'll just go back. Otherwise I'm going to try and play knight out. But even then it hasn't really got another good square, has it? So he plays bishop over. So I'll hit the bishop. Come back, but now I'm covering this square. Goes back. So I hit the rook. Hit the rook and bishop. Okay, I can take because I've got a check. Oh, I've blundered it. Giving him his piece back. Wow, well done. He did me on time. Well played, much faster than I was, well done. Good effort though. Right, the king's here, so again, we just need to move the knight and we can castle. So I'll line that up. Then I'm going to go c4 and b3 hopefully. But let's just get castled. I think pawn up to cover this square. Pawn up, pawn up. Okay, let's just go forward. No, can't take there because he gets bishop out. So let's play a knight up. Okay, let's go forward. Right, so let's throw in a nuisance move and hit his rook. Will he come forward? He does, so I can take, which I'll do. If he takes the pawn, I'll take the knight. He does, so I'll take. Right, so how do we regroup? Do we go forward? I think I'm going to play a pawn forward so I can try and get the queen out. Oh, I've given him in to hit the rook, haven't I? Wow. I think I have to take this way, otherwise I've given him the bishop in. So this isn't quite so clever. Right, queen up to hit the pawn. Got to get the queen into play. This could be a horribly quick loss. Could be. Right, let's go forward. Actually, can I just play... What? Oh, I've missed it. Wow, I just didn't see it. I just didn't see it. Well played. Okay. Okay, let's offer a trade of bishops. Forward, so let's release the other one. Wow, that's bold. I think pawn up, knight over. Okay. Let's hit the queen. Knight protects the pawn. Knight over so we can castle. Let's castle. Right, that's bold as well. Like knight over, potentially hit the queen. Actually, can I take that? Right, let's close the diagonal. If he takes, I take with the rook. If he takes en passant, take with the rook. Right. I think I can go forward here. Queen covers rook. Bishop covers knight if he takes. Right, let's hit the pawn. Right, let's take. So I've maybe got queen across now, looking to trade queens, but also hitting the bishop. Wow, so if I take, he takes the bishop. I take, he takes back. So if I take the bishop, no, I might be missing something here. Might be. Oh, has he given me check there? He's given me check. I think he gets away with it. Wow. I'm going to hit the queen because I actually want to check with the queen, then I've got a potential back rank. I don't know if it works, but that's the threat. Excellent, it did work. Right, king's in the middle, king's side is on the left as we look. So I've got to move the queen and knight and I can castle. Okay. They're protected, so I'll release this bishop. I'll release that bishop, hit the pawn and stop the knight coming in. Okay, grab a pawn. I think just drop back and hit the knight. Take the knight and knight up. He is threatening queen hitting the pawn now. So knight up so I can drop back. Now if I get the queen up somewhere I can castle king's side. I'm going to go e5 actually. If he advances, knights cover each other. Can I play queen up here? Yeah, I don't think there's a risk of a pin. I'm going to castle king's side. Pawn up. If he takes, the knight covers. Right, bishop up. So let's castle. I'm going to try and play bishop up. Okay. If he takes either knight, I can just take with the other knight. Whichever one he takes, I'll take with the other. Just look to trade bishops, because that's what I was going to do anyway with bishop up. Okay, let's go forward. If he takes, I'll take back. He blocks it. So that means I can activate the knights. Not sure how, but I can try. I think rook across, bishop up. So we're looking at bishop up. Okay, let's hit the queen. Knight back to cover these pawns, help guard against any sacks. Bishop back and maybe back in. Okay, now I'm going to go forward. If he takes there, then the other pawn actually hangs in the middle. But What's he done? Bishop back, so go forward. So if he takes, I can take the other pawn, so I can bring his king out. Right, so I can either grab a pawn, no. I think I'll offer a trade of queens. Now I will take the pawn if I get a chance. He comes forward. Just drop the knight back. Okay, get the open file. Let's bring the knight round. Yeah, knight round wasn't a good move, was it? Wasn't good. Ooh, I can't do that. Wow. Knight round was a terrible move. Terrible. Now this is hanging, so bishop back. So I've got to take. So I've got everything you don't really want in this type of position. So I think king up and pawn up look pretty forced, so he's cut that one. Actually, can I hit the knight there? If he comes in, I think I can take. Oh, he takes, okay. I don't think he'll take this, but in Chess960 I tend to prefer knights to bishops, so let's try and get the knight onto a good square. This is pretty secure now. My rook's tied down, but it's secure. Okay, so king up. Okay, I think if he comes down, I get a check and whip the bishop. Obviously I've got to give this pawn up, but let's go after this. Now hopefully I'm winning now. He has to go up, I think, realistically. Oh, he comes down, but I don't think that gives him anything. He can't afford to trade there. Ooh, he shouldn't have done that, I don't think. He might get away with it. But clearly the game's just won now. I just have to be good with my technique. That's definitely won. I'll take the pawn just to make absolutely certain I can't lose it. Excellent, that's a good win. Right, I'll just take a 10-second break and see what the leaders are doing. Look at that, all the elite players are up at the top, as you would expect. Oh wow, 11 out of 11, very good. 10 out of 11 for Unico, who I've played. So again, we just have to move this knight, and we can castle. Okay, let's release the bishop, hit that knight. I'll take the knight if I get a chance. I do get a chance, so I'll take that. Right, release the other bishop. Knight over, knight over. Actually, I'm going to play the bishop up as well. I still can trade the bishops. Right, so we can castle either side. I think this pawn up and queen up. So I'll hit the pawn. Let's drop the knight back. get it onto a more active square. In fact, I think I'm going to do what my pawn did and go queen side. Okay, forward and maybe edge forward. Okay, that's covered, so let's edge forward. Actually, I could take with a knight there. Okay. I think I'm going to take. Okay, he doesn't take. Knight down. Just to cover the queen jumping in here. Otherwise I'm going to try and hit the bishop. Okay, he comes forward, so we'll take that. So knight up, does it create anything? Knight down, I'm not sure. Let's play rook across so we can advance if he doesn't take. Wow, he comes in, okay. So I've got to go forward there, I think. Then if I can, maybe king up. Actually, let's take the pawn. Don't know if it's any good or not, but we're going to play it. I think. Yeah, get the rooks into the middle if we can. And then king up to try and support the pawn, but it does allow him then potential knight checks if I put the king up, but I think it looks like a decent square. Okay, so if I take, check in, let's throw in a check, hit the bishop. Oh, he defends it, okay. So surely he's going to take it finally. Oh, he still doesn't, okay. So I've got knight forward. No, knight forward's not good. Oh, what am I doing? I can't take there. Yeah, I've got pawn forward. He can't take, he might have to advance. Oh, but he can't advance either because the queen and the rook are both hanging. So I'm threatening rook takes now. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. He's threatening commotion. So I've got to play knight up. Rook's guarded, knight's guarded. Otherwise that, of course, is checkmate. So now he can advance. So if he advances now, I can take. Right, the king's finally moved. I'm going to try and swing the rook right round. I'm looking at the obvious rook up to threaten mate. That's what I'm looking at. Pre-move in case he takes. But I'm so low on time. He goes back. Ah, that's a definite mistake. He can take now, I think. If he takes, I think I have to go forward anyway. So I'm threatening checkmate. I'm covering his check. I think he has to go back, surely. I'm threatening checkmate again. Wow, forget that pawn. Suddenly I'm back in. Oh, he took with the other one. Wow, he caught me. He caught me with a pre-move. Wow, got there. Managed to do him on time. Excellent. Little bit on the lucky side again, but you need your luck in this game. Right, so the king's here. King's side is this side though, so all 4 minor pieces have to move to castle king's side. I think I'll go forward. And then forward again. I'm just going to try and develop the bishop. Okay, just bishop up. Wow, that's a bold move, nice attacking move. I think I'll take. So he has got knight forward. Okay, I'll just take there. Hit the bishop and get the other knight up. Right, now castle. Okay, hit the bishop. Let's just play queen up there, get the rook across. This knight's going to have to move, otherwise I'm at risk of forgetting it's only protected by 1, like now. I think I'll go here and then the other knight can jump across. Now maybe knight in. Right, definitely knight in. Yeah, just rook across looks okay. Okay, so I can't... Ooh, I've lost a knight, haven't I? I've lost a knight, there's nowhere else to go. So all I can do is try and mess up his pawns. I can't see how that's possible. Well, he takes, okay. I think the bishop makes sense, and then trade the rook. I think I've forced to take the pawn. Okay, knight over. I think king takes looks fine if he takes. Keep the knight forward. Potential check. Hitting the pawn, so try and get the queen up, but wary about rook checks, of course. But try and put pressure on the centre ground. In fact, I've even got queen over to trade the queens off. 3, 5, 1 to 3. I'm a pawn down, so I've still got queen over to trade the queens. If I take the pawn, what's he threatening though? Check here, so... What about rook up first? And then take. He can grab a pawn. I'm more concerned with attacking if I can. In fact, I'm threatening 2 knight checks, aren't I? Do they do anything? Oh, he's blundered it. Wow. He's just blundered it. Pin the rook. That's an excellent win. So easy to make that mistake. Oh, she, I should say. I think that's the lady, isn't it? I do apologise. I haven't got my reading glasses on, so I can't really see any of this. I was saying he, but I believe that's a lady's picture. But without my reading glasses, I can't really read or see a lot of what's here. Alright, so the king's in the middle. The king side is on the right. I'm not going to move this g pawn, so I'll put the knight there. I'll aim to move this pawn to release the queen. Right, but I'll try and release these two. Okay, stop the knight jumping forward. Let's throw the pawn forward. Try and get the queen up if I can. Right, comes forward, so that's a very bold move. I think I'll take and get the queen up. So now I can castle kingside. Knight in. So everything's covered there, I think, unless I'm missing something, which I might be. The bishop's covering the knight's key squares. So now I think I'll hit the bishop and try and double the pawns. If I take, there's a pin on the rook, so you've got to shift the knight back, really. Now, if the knight goes there, can I get over bishop up? Can I play it anywhere? I'm not sure. I've got knight in, I've got pawn forward. So confusing. Let's put the knight on a development square and try and bring it in. Okay, so this could be a target. Let's play the knight forward so I can bring the queen up. It's easy to miss that the bishop is indirectly now hitting this pawn if you castle. It's easy to miss something like that. Ooh, so I might have trapped the bishop. Wow. That's easy to miss as well, isn't it? So take. I'll just throw the knight forward, I think, and just take back. But I'm looking at trying to get the queen here, assuming my opponent's going to castle. Okay, so I've got knight over to hit the queen, then I can drop back. Looks like a nice nuisance move. And drop back. Okay, so if I go in, he's just going to trade, but I think I have to go in, don't I? Otherwise I've lost another piece, so I'll take back with the pawn. Try not to trade another piece off. I'll definitely take that. That's opening up the position a little bit more. So I can hit the rook and the bishop. Might have to swing the queen right across. Then might be able to get away with a sacrifice. Does it work? Who knows? Let's find out. Might play a bishop up and give the exchange. Ah, plays rook up. Okay, so he's trying to just win the knight back. I've got to obviously go for it. I've got to take. So now bishop up. I really want to take, but I'm not sure it works. Ooh. Take. You're hitting the knight. Let's hit the rook. Queen hits rook. Right, so the king comes up, so now you're hitting the knight. So I'm going to play pawn forward here. Try and open the position up, hit the rook. So the rook has to really go back to cover the rook. Oh, he's missed it. So drop the rook. Should have gone back, obviously, the square behind. A little bit unlucky. My opponent has played amazingly well. Really, really wonderfully well. So I've got pawn up to support this pawn. I've got pawn up. This has to be the right one. If takes, I've got a rook check. But I'm in real trouble here, aren't I? Real trouble. But if you take, I've got a rook check, which actually might be checkmate. I don't see where the king can move. So you can't take the pawn, it's checkmate. So knight forward. Like queen overlooking to threaten a check. Trying to give my opponent something to think about, that's all I'm trying to do. Otherwise maybe pawn forward looks strong. Right, now takes, but now I can grab the piece. Right, now I should be winning. Excellent, got there in the end, but I was very lucky with that. My opponent played a terrific game there. Okay, you have to move this rook. That rook has to be moved before I can castle. Okay. Actually, let's play pawn up and release the queen. So bishop's coming up, queen back, threatening him. Go forward, hitting the queen as well. So the threat is pawn forward with a hit on the queen on 2 pieces. So I could actually still riskily play that, but I think I'll drop back. Now that king is wide open, asking for trouble. So hit the queen, hit 2 pieces. So pawn down, you just take the queen, lose a queen. Okay, so just that's a free piece. At least for now. It might get trapped, of course. Like you've... Actually, yeah, just hit the pawn, and if pawn down, I think just go back, back again. Okay. Yeah, knight over so I can play pawn up, so the bishop's not trapped. Right, knight up. Can I get this bishop out? Can I get the bishop out? At least my opponent's active, but this pawn is being hit twice. See, pre-move in case takes. Comes forward, so... I think I can just grab a pawn. If you advance, I'll take. Very risky for me, this, though. Ooh. Shouldn't have allowed me to take there, I don't think. Now I can maybe support it. Okay. If I support, take, it looks okay. Right, now my king should be relatively safe. So pin, I'm a piece up, aren't I? So if I can get pieces off the board, the more the better. So get one of these off the board. Okay, there is a check, so take, you're hitting another piece and you're hitting a piece. So now I've got 3 pieces against the rook, that's got to be enough. Pawn up. Can't take the pawn because of the bishop pin. So if I coordinate my pieces, then should be easily winning this. Just advance the pawn. Now, if I take, is that checkmate? I think it might be. So let's advance the pawn. So I'm not actually easily just winning this, am I? Ooh. I think it's worth sacking a piece there to make sure the king comes out. I think that's worth it to make sure I'm not getting back ranked. Then surely I can push the pawns. I mean, I've got another pawn here that can push. This has to be winning. There's pawns everywhere. I mean, there's this pawn and then this. Yeah, that's definitely winning now. This is easy now. Excellent win. Right, I'll just take a 30-second break to see how the rest are doing. We have 45 minutes left. Hikaru's in first place. Oh, he's miles clear. Wow, well done, Hikaru. Ali Reza's in. He must have joined a little bit late again. I've got 26 points. That's respectable. That's not bad. Right, I don't want to waste any time. Let's go on. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's go e4. Knight up hit the pawn. Okay, I think bishop up so I can maybe come forward in case he plays bishop up. Actually, I think I'll drop back. Right, pawn up, release the bishop somewhere. So let's hit the knight there. Maybe double some pawns up. See if my opponent takes me, I've got the knight there. I've really got to take there, I think that's pretty forced. Should have took the knight first. That was a mistake, I should have taken the knight first. I think queen across. No idea why I've done that actually, that's not a good move. Right, stop the knight coming too far forward. But I'm worried about a move like this, so what do I do about it? I've got bishop that can block actually, haven't I? Right, let's take and then play queen up. Actually, it's a bit cheesy that, isn't it? In fact, it might even get my bishop trapped. Let's bring the knight up. If I can, I think I'll just castle queenside. I think it looks a bit safer now. Right, bishop comes forward, so knight takes is an option, but I don't like the look of that. Now I've maybe got queen up. Gotta play pawn down. No, it still gets trapped, doesn't it? Let's castle. Then king across. This bishop is misplaced now though, it needs to come back. Maybe c3. Okay. Actually, I think I can take with that knight there. Probably take with a pawn, I'm guessing. Right, goes with a bishop, so offers a full trade, so I'll take that. So I think pawn up looks fine. I still haven't moved the king across, so I need the king across. Ooh. No, I can't go there, but I can hit the queen first and then maybe pawn forward. So 3 pawns for a piece. Up takes, 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 but I don't see how to get the queen off the board. Takes, takes, takes. No, it can't be right. That cannot be a good move, I don't think. I can't see anything else, I'm going to risk it. I can't see what else to do, so I'm going to risk it. I think queen up and queen across. I think I'd rather have 3 pawns in the piece really, so this isn't brilliant. Oh, I might almost lose another pawn here. I think I can block with a rook if he plays rook check. So he doesn't, so rook across. But you'd rather have the 3 pawns, wouldn't you, than the piece. This should be pretty crushing now. Right, let's put a rook forward and try and bring a pawn across. Okay. I'm going to take a risk here. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to try and play pawn forward. If rook comes down, yeah, there's no risk of trapping the rook because it can go forward. I desperately need counterplay. Actually, let's go this way so the rook can definitely drop back. Let's try and advance. I can sack a bishop for 2 pawns potentially. Right, I'll make sure that pin is broken. Let's go forward. Oh wow, I just noticed the time's nearly down. Wow, I didn't realise what the clock was. I've been so ridiculously slow here, it's untrue. Oh no, I can't pre-move. Oh, it was my move. Wow, I hadn't realised. Let's just pre-move everything because I'm out of time. Wow, I did it. I managed to get it on time. Oh, blitz stream again. We've already played once. Oh, it's a terrible one, this. Look at it. I'm going to play ultra defensive here to start and just try and get my pieces up. And of course he doesn't want any of that, as you would expect. Bishop up, and rook across is what we want. Bishop up and rook across. The king side is actually on the right, but I'm going to try and castle queen side. Okay, let's throw in a check. Right, release the queen. King across. Then try and get a knight onto a nice solid square. Now, okay, he's hitting a pawn there. I have seen it, but who cares? He can have that pawn. I want the knight onto a nice solid square if I can get it there. Okay, just knight over. Maybe knight up can hit the queen, try and get it out with a tempo. So he plays bishop up. So hit the queen. Right, now let's try and open this position up a bit. Right, get the queen onto a better square. Just turn the sound up a little because I'm struggling to hear when the moves are being made. My hearing's not very good. Right, it's my opponent's move. Oh, so he offers a trade himself, so up, up. Okay, that looks sensible. Can't go up there because he comes in. So let's go here, hit the knight. Again, he might try and grab the pawn, he doesn't. Can I go forward here and try and plant the knight? That looks tempting. Okay. I really don't want to trade the queen off. I really don't want to trade that queen. So if knight in, the rook will have to go back over. Otherwise I want to go pawn forward. He's got knight there though, that's not good. Let's hit the queen. Pawn forward and he's got a lovely square for his knight. So let's go back forward. Wow, so he's just going for it, okay. let's counter that. So he's got that nice square for his knight in any event, and obviously I haven't, so what can I do? I think I'm going to have to take there. Right, queen across and hit the pawn. Okay, the knight check is covered, I think. Am I missing something? Possibly. That's a very, very, very good move because my knight has to move and I'm going to be in trouble. I think I've got to drop the knight back. Oh, that's a shocking blunder. That's a shocking blunder. Okay, let's just play a knight up and we can castle. That's the king's side. Then we're going to release the bishops. Okay, let's go forward. Actually, yeah, let's go forward. Just sack a pawn, just try and create something. If it's any good, if it's no good, I have no idea. Knight in the middle. Okay. Queen up. So I've got to get this bishop up. Maybe f4 is going to come. Right, f4, stop the knight coming forward. And I need the bishop on an active square, I need the rook in the middle. Again, stop the knight coming forward if I can. This knight is not guarded now, of course, I've got to watch that. Right, so now the knight is guarded. Now I'm hitting his knight there, open up his pawns, so he's allowed that. Must be right to take. Oh, hello, Hera Scient for the follow there. Apologies if I can't quite read your name right there, I haven't got my reading glasses on. I think I'll grab the pawn. So he offers a trade. Okay, I'll take and check. And then drop back. Okay, so put the knight on a forward square. Is it any good? I really don't know. It's very hard to create anything here, isn't it? Very tough. I think I'll offer him a draw because it's just a tough position to try and create anything there. Well played. Very hard to find a way through for either of us. Right, there's 31 minutes left, half an hour to go. Where am I now? 31 points. So I've made the 30-point mark again. It's always a good benchmark at my level, 30 points. Ooh. If I can move the two knights, I can castle. King's side is on the right as we look. Okay, I'm going to try and put the bishop on a diag as well. So, hitting the pawn. Potentially e4 is playable. Okay, so if I take the pawn, if he blocks it I can just take. So let's grab the pawn. If you block I just take the knight. Drop back. Might well have been a deliberate sack though, I suspect it was. It might have been a deliberate sack just to get a lot of activity. My opponent's, you know, obviously a high rated player, so he won't miss things like that. Okay, comes forward, so I think I'll hit the knight and try and trade off bishop for knight. So I'll take that one. Okay, so if I take, can I just take again? Can I take here and then take again? So that's the second pawn one now. as long as I'm not blundering something. But he's got obviously a much more active position. So again, I can take and double his pawns up. I don't think that's good for him. So knight up and out and castle. Okay. Ooh, I don't really want the pawn there because the knight can come down. But I think it's kind of forced. Right, so he's basically saying, right, I'm just going all in with this now, but I think I can castle anyway and then bring the knight in over. Okay, so if I go forward, there's a permanent checkmate threat with the queen getting here, but again, I think it's forced. I've got to get active. He's pressed me back. I've got to get active. Rook across and pawns up are what I want. Ooh, so he really is all in, all or nothing. Can't go there. I could sack there. It'd be 3 pawns for a piece. That'd make it interesting, wouldn't it? Let's do that. 3 pawns for a piece. So we're hitting the bishop. So we can grab a pawn, but then he gets rook across, and there's no queen check to get back. Let's go forward. Still protect the pawn, still look to push. Look to just throw the pawns forward. Obviously this is a bit of a nuisance move, but what the heck? If you go for it, you go for it. Oh, does that get me a piece? No, he can take with the knight. Check, he can block. Yes, if I come in over, I'll stop his pawn advancing for now. If he takes with the bishop, I think I've got rook across. So if bishop takes, I think I've got rook across, pinning to the queen, followed by c4. That's the idea. Whether it works or not, I don't know. Right, now that I can take. 6, so 4, 6 to 4. To go after that dangerous pawn. I should be winning now. Yeah, that should be one. Now I've got a minute left on the clock. So barring any serious blunders, it should be game over. But they're never over at my level until they're actually over, of course. Because blunders galore happen. But it is an arena though. Sometimes if you are really busted, you're better off just getting on with the next game. So grab the pawn just to make certain of no slip-ups. Give him a pawn back. Yeah, let's try and get a rook active. So give him one of the pawns back. Ah, I should have played across first, shouldn't I? Of course I should. I can't afford to give him the second rank. Ah, well I can check and take and threaten another check there, I think. So can I take? Right, now rook across to protect, and now take next move if I can. It does mean he can take this pawn as well, of course, but... Oh, now I can definitely take, so just go forward. Threaten checkmate either side. And that's over, I believe. You can have that pawn, doesn't mean anything. Yeah, excellent win. Excellent. 33 points, very, very good. Wow, look at that at the top. 66, 76, 8. Hikaru is 25 points clear. Wow, it's just changed again. Wow, well done. Wow, 31 points clear. That is amazing. He knows what he's doing, Hikaru, doesn't he? He knows what he's doing. Right, kingside is on the left, so these 3 pieces have to move to castle kingside, which is what I prefer to do if I can. I'm going to put a knight here because I'm not going to move the pawn. And I'm going to ideally put a pawn here and put the knight behind it. Now he has got knight down there, but the bishop covers a check. So lining up the castle. I suspect we're both doing basically the same thing here. Might be wrong, but I suspect we are. Okay, pawn up and maybe pawn up. Yeah, just pawn up for now while I try and work out a plan, get the queen active. Now, I've got knight in hitting the queen there, but if I go in and hit the rook, it isn't a double threat anywhere, so I don't think it's really worth it right now. I'm going to just look for simple development with moves like pawn forward, but now I can. He's dropped a piece because I hit the 2 pieces. That's a bit unfortunate, that. Very, very easy to miss. He's a bit unfortunate there. So now I hit the rook and the bishop, so get a piece off the board. Try and minimise the risk against me. So now knight up and try and get rid of another piece. And then I'll play bishop takes, so if I get the chance I'm hitting the rook as well. Get rid of another piece. In fact, pin the rook. Win an exchange, so that should be enough for this one. But again, as I say, at my level, they're never over until they're actually over. So take and... ooh, can't take there, but I can pin the knight to the queen. The check is covered, so that's another piece off. Take the pawn first. And just keep it simple, no need to get fancy. I'm a clean rook up. So try and just minimise the risks. So I think rook across threatens moves like check. Then his king's really in trouble. So check, and if I get a check in, I can get a rook off the board. Hold on, is there a checkmate there? Queen check, he has to come up, rook check, there must be. There must be a checkmate here. Oh, I've dropped the rook. Oh no, I've got a check and I win the queen, wow. I thought I'd dropped the rook there, he has to take the rook. And I've got a check to win the queen. Wow, going boggle-eyed a little bit there, but that's his only move. The rook stops him coming this side. Then queen check, he has to move, and you pick the queen up. Rook on an open file. I can give up the queen for a rook now and that would be fine, but no, let's just take a pawn while we can. Now a check. Of course stalemates I've got to watch out for, but keep it clean, pin the rook. He's putting a good effort though for his rating. If his rating's an accurate rating, he's putting a decent effort for a 1200. Not bad at all. Right, excellent, that's a good win. Our first GM today. Now this one, it's fair to say, is going to be a little bit on the difficult side. If I move the knight so I can castle. Right, so castling has been lined up. It looks risky, doesn't it? It looks risky, but what the heck, let's do it. Let's just get castled. Yeah, pawn forward and pawn forward if I can. Hold on, I think I can play pawn forward there. This is going to be another difficulty level altogether, of course, playing a GM, but let's just see how we do. I think I'll play rook across there. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Right, take. So we're hitting this pawn. I think. There's a checkmate threat now if this knight moves, so I've got to be wary of that. So I'll pop the knight right in the middle. He's maybe got moves like knight takes there to undermine this knight as well. Alright, so he's going all in. Right, let's go forward. Right, forward again. So now can I take? I'm not sure if this works or not. Oh, my queen's on the wrong file anyway. Oh, I can't even take, wow. That definitely wasn't a good gamble. Definitely wasn't a good gamble there. So if he takes, I've got to take back, of course. Comes in. Is knight check playable? I don't quite think so. Rook up. Threatening to take 2 pieces for a rook. Albeit the knight is pinned, of course. He's got moves like f4. Okay, hits the bishop, which is a bit annoying. Let's play rook across, threatening moves like pawn forward. But he has got queen takes rook anyway, it's not really a threat. Right, can we get across? Can we take? Yes. I think I have to take there really, so I'm in a little bit of trouble here now. Yeah, there's nothing I can do there. I'll give him that one. Well played, but it's always good to play against a GM. Well done. Look at Hikaru's lead at the top. That is astonishing. Oh, Nisu. I think knight up. This is very similar to the position I've just had, isn't it? Very, very similar to what I've just had. Nisu is a far, far stronger player than his rating for anybody who may not be aware. He's got a 2470 blitz peak high. Mine is just like about 2150, so he's far, far, far underrated here. Okay, so I've got knight forward. Now let's put the knight forward. Hit the pawn. Yeah, Nisu is a very underrated player in this particular format. He's far stronger than his rating suggests. So pawn up just to release the queen. Right, up, maybe knight back. Okay. I think maybe bishop up. So I'll trade one of them. Yeah, it'd be interesting to... Oh, I've dropped a piece, Seen it as soon as I'd played it. There. Terrible blunder. Okay, so this game's pretty well gone, so I might as well take a few risks now. Yes, lovely, lovely move. Just give him that. We're in an arena, so just get on with the next one. Played a poor game there. Well, let's go e4 this time. I just have to move the bishop and I can castle, albeit with a boxed in queen. So I think b3 looks good. Yeah, b3 looks good, release the bishop. Okay, he's got a pawn. Knight up. Whoa, I've dropped another one. Had a complete meltdown there. Although I've got a pawn maybe coming myself. Let's play pawn up and queen up. Right, knight over to support. But my rook is just completely stuck, isn't it? Wow. Actually, no, I've got to take there in castle. This is an absolute shocker of a game. Clearly I've got to play across, but then he can just trade queens off and that's over. All he has to do is take and check and take. Ah, there. Terrible game, terrible. Right, the king's right over here. Okay, actually let's play a pawn up first. Just release the bishops. I think I'm going to take that. Okay, so I'll release this bishop as well, hit the knight, and then try and play forward. Just take. Right, so I'm lining up castling, but actually why not go forward? Okay. I'm not sure this actually creates anything at all, but I'm just trying to put a knight on the attacking side of the board. It's now pawn forward. There's a potential knight in at some point in some lines. Okay, let's castle. Let's go forward again and try and close his bishops off if he doesn't take. So if he doesn't take, I'm going to advance again and try and cut his bishop out. Okay, so I can get that closed now. Wow, so knight in is a move, knight takes, pawn takes is a potential. How do I route my knight? Let's try and put my knight here. Is it any good? Is it a mistake? Right, so knight takes, pawn takes, queen check is a risky gamble. Bring the knight back so it supports the pawn. Takes, takes, check now isn't on. Pawn up. Let's double the rooks up. It's probably drawish, this. Probably drawish. So let's play rook across just to break that pin. Knight can drop back, hit the bishop. Very, very tough to try and work anything out here. I think knight down is my next move, depending on what my opponent does. Right, so knight down, hit the bishop. Pawn is adequately protected. If the bishop retreats, oh, it doesn't retreat. Wow. Now I can't take because the rook hangs. Pawn forward isn't playable, so I'll take the bishop. I really want to sack something. I just don't think it quite works, but does it? I've got check, and he has to block. Let's go forward. Right, now I might get him under a bit of pressure here. I'm threatening moves like knight over. Oh, I can't. Wow, I forgot it was pinned. Right, so I'm losing this one now. So I hit the rook. Okay, it's probably safer to trade. Knight over. Not sure why though. Ah, I should have played pawn forward, of course I should. Okay, hit the queen. He's going to take the pawn. Oh, it doesn't. Have I blundered the knight? Oh, I blundered it. Oh, I didn't want that. I didn't want that at all. So this has to be lost. My only hope is the knight to defend this. Terrible. That was shocking. Wow. That was dreadful. Well played to my opponent, though he did well. Okay, we just need to move the bishop and we can castle. Right, stop his knight coming forward. Right, put a knight in the middle. And I think just bishop up and castle if I can. Right, bishop up, I'll take. If he takes, now I'll castle. Ooh, okay. So I think go forward and then queen up to that way. Oh, he doesn't attack it, just castle then. I think I'm going to play pawn up and bring the knight this way if I can. So let's go for that anyway. Right, hit the bishop. Right, bishop on the diagonal. It's a pretty normal chess position already, this, isn't it? Right, so take. Rook across. Now if his knight moves, there's a potential there, but let's just play a holding move. Okay, he sees it, well done. Let's hit the knight. Oh, that's a pawn. That's a bit unfortunate there, that's an easy mistake to make. So I'll drop right back, and now we're going to try and pressure this pawn. Pre-move in case he takes. Okay, so is queen up playable? Actually, is that just a pawn? Just back again. Okay, so I've got... No, he's got knight there. He's got knight in as a threat. So I think queen up just so knight in doesn't win a piece. So I think rook forward and take back if he takes. He's dropped a couple of pawns, but he's playing very well for his rating, very well. Okay, actually, no, be sensible, just be sensible. Nothing fancy. Rook on an open file, get the queen across. Try not to drop these pawns. Oh, get rid of the knight in an instant. Queen forward. Right, now I'm solid. So I should just be able to push forward, I think now. Support the pawn. Queen up is a strong move. Try and get rid of his queen off the board if I can. Hit the two pieces at the same time. Oh, there's only 2 minutes left. I've just noticed these are the last 2 minutes, so if we go forward, he can come down. If he checks, I can actually move. Oh no, I can't. I've dropped a piece. Wow, he had rook check. Wow. I just blundered rook check. I just blundered rook check there. Terrible. Right, I'm going to go forward. Just go for this. Wow. I just blundered that there. He could have won there. Alright, so I'm now in the defensive mode, which is not good. But if I can get this pawn though, then I'd still be comfortably winning, I think. Now, hopefully there's time to win the game before the time of the event runs out. There's only a minute to go in the event. But my rook is just completely out of the game. Queen up allows a check. Yeah, that's the minute warning. I might not have time for this. Indeed, I don't have time for this, do I? Right, he can't take that because his rook would hang. I don't think I'm going to get time to win the game. Wow. Let's just take, get the queen off. I've got to play really quick and try and flag him, it's my only hope. Oh, I don't believe it, missed it. Arena ran out. He had 2 seconds left. Well done. Wow, 107 points, Hikaru. That's a stunning finish. I got 36 points, very good, 46th place, that's a good position. So 36 points, 46th. So how did I do? $12 out of 25, and obviously I would have won that last game, but for a couple of seconds my opponent held on very, very well. So thank you to anybody who has seen this. I'll upload it to my channels in the morning.